You're listening to the Wilmac Wire, the podcast that's designed to educate you on what's happening in the realm of customer experience and data management technology, specifically coming from the perspective of a growing organization. Thank you for tuning in. Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Wilmac Wire. My name is Emily Miller from Wilmac Technologies, and we have a great conversation planned for today. This episode is actually the first one that we're hosting with 3 people, so I'm really excited for it. And today our guests include Jim Giblin, our Vice President of Strategic Alliances at Wilmac Technologies, and Jess Shea, the ISV Partner Sales Manager from Five9. So thank you both for joining us. So I guess we'll start just by sharing more about who you are and what you do. So Jim, if you want to kick it off.
Sure, I'm Jim Giblin. I'm our VP of Strategic Alliances at Wilmac. I've been with Wilmac for 31 years last week, so celebrating an anniversary and very glad to be here. I started with the company, my second job out of university, as an account executive, rose to become a sales manager and country manager for our operation in Canada, then served in various sales management roles, most recently as our VP of Sales. We've made a recent structural change in terms of moving my responsibilities over full-time to manage all of our strategic alliances with our key partners and vendors. And even though we don't exactly sell the same technology we did 31 years ago, our philosophy has always been to partner with best-of-breed technology providers, and certainly Five9 fits the bill on that.
All right, Jess, handing it over to you. Share more about yourself, please.
Thanks, Emily. Yeah, I'm Jess Shea, ISV Sales Manager at Five9. Not as seasoned as Jim, been with Five9 for about 7 years, a little over. Majority of my career path at Five9 has been in the global partner marketing realm. And for the last year plus, I've been more in the business development area of the business. And so because of that, I've worked with pretty much every single partner in every corner of the ecosystem. But most excitingly is working with our technology partners, specifically our ISV partners. So, what that entails is really bringing ISVs on and into the program, and then helping them from more of that discovery stage to the accreditation, right? The stamp of approval of a viable integration, and then beyond. So enabling the Five9 field to better understand the integrations that we currently have within our IC program, and helping our partners really go to market and learn how to bring the joint solution to the market. And I echo Jim's sentiment. We're consistently looking for the best of breed technology partners to be working with, and Wilmac is certainly one of those.
Awesome. Can you explain to us, Jess, give us like a quick overview of what Five9 does, if any of our listeners don't know?
Yeah, absolutely. So Five9 is a leader in the cloud contact center space. We offer end-to-end digital engagement, analytics, workforce optimization, and of course, AI and automation that inevitably increases agent productivity, but ultimately creates lasting customer experiences. And then, of course, we are leveraging other technology partners to help bring that to market as well. Bit of history on Five9. We were founded in 2001, so a little over 2 decades now. And Five9 was really a leader in the cloud revolution for contact centers. And once contact centers really began to understand the power of the cloud, right, the reliability, security, ease of use over traditional, more premise-based solutions, that's when we really started to take off. And Five9 has been a lead in the cloud charge ever since.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. And thank you for sharing. I could speak to kind of what it's been like working with you guys from the marketing side of things. And you've been great. You've been so open to conversations and
Sure.
co-promotion. So we really appreciate that. I'll move us into speaking more now about the Wilmac and Five9 partnership. So from my understanding, we've been together for a couple years now, if you can say that, being together. So Jim, do you want to chat more about where kind of our partnership began?
Sure, Emily. Yeah, it has been just over a couple years now. And it was a bit of a chance meeting. At the time, we received an inquiry from a former colleague of mine and then actually a former Wilmac employee who had gone on to work with Five9. And the niche issue at the time was that this customer of Five9's needed to preserve some legacy recording audio for a long retention period. And this audio happened to be in a proprietary encrypted format. So lucky enough for Wilmac, my former colleague was the lead on this particular account for Five9. And the light bulb went off that, hey, I know a company in Rochester, New York that just happens to provide this services and technology. So he reached out to us and we completed the project on time and under budget as a subcontractor at that time to Five9. Subsequently, we realized that there was a lot of synergy between our two companies, a lot of joint logos and or targets in the space. And just so happens more recently that another Five9 customer who just happens to be one of their larger customers has a similar issue that we've been working on in parallel with Five9. So that really accelerated the idea of because of this great synergy, we really think you should be a part of our ISV program. And that's really where it all began.
Yeah, I echo that, Jim. I think that it's evident that, this white glove service that we're able to provide together and the trust that it cultivates for our joint customers is very evident. And it's leading to future opportunities for us, of course, but allowing us to just extend that joint value to our customers. It feels good.
Yeah, it certainly does. And I really applaud Five9 for, their partner-centric and their partner-friendly attitude. Obviously, they want to do best by their customers, big and small, and that's really evident to us. And I think we're aligned in our values in that regard. So yes, it was interesting at the beginning of the relationship was, who are you and are you going to do right by our customer was job number one. But you're right. Once we saw the workings of both companies, it became apparent that this is a relationship that's meant to be, and you do develop that trust level, which we both have, and which is key for both of us.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think as far as, a more formalized ISV partnership goes, it was an easy transition, right? So we did this work for a large multinational joint customer. The integration was built. It was working swimmingly. And then for us, we thought, okay, we need to take this partnership to the next level. Let's go the IC route. And I think our discussions in that regard started in April of this year of 2024. That's kind of when that idea came to fruition. And I know we'll talk about kind of the accreditation in a bit, but it was a really quick, seamless build, really, because of what we had already done. So it's been good since.
Definitely. And Jess and Jim, you guys both referred to this, but Wilmac was recently accredited into the Five9 ISV program, meaning our continuity replay cloud solution and Five9 can integrate. So Jess, do you want to speak more to what the Five9 ISV program is and then how you can become accredited?
Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. So, essentially through the ISV partner program at Five9, our integration partners are able to further enhance their solutions by granting them access to the Five9 platform through various APIs and integration points. But it allows ISV partners to kind of take their business to the next level and then build an integration that's accredited by Five9. And ultimately what it does is it allows them to build an integration to the Five9 platform, receive that formal stamp of approval, but then really harness kind of the power of the program itself through a slew of benefits, like being on the Five9 CX marketplace, having dedicated technical support to build your integration, having access to a robust domain and domain environment, dedicated business development support to build that kind of go-to-market strategy with. So there's a really robust program that we're offering and we're really proud to offer.
Yeah, that's great. And like you mentioned, it only took us a few months to get to that point. I know Bob, our VP of engineering, and the development team were grinding on it and really excited for that presentation a few weeks back.
I think from discovery to actual accreditation, our initial ISV conversations between Five9 and Wilmac was in April of this year. And then by July, we had the integration built out and accredited, which essentially is, the Five9 stamp of approval for Wilmac to go to market with the joint solution. And again, that's a very big trust factor, right? But because of how expedient that was, it's really a testament to what was already built for said enterprise joint customer. And, all it took was proving that integration was functioning, was scalable and repeatable. And it was an easy accreditation to make.
Okay. Special thanks to Bob Pease and the dev team. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say
Shout
that.
out to the dev team.
Yeah, they did go on quite the dev sprint, as they call it there. But you're right. I think we had some of the work completed already. Jess would certainly helped, but we'll certainly take the kudos of going to market that quickly. Yep. And also want to credit Five9 for their thoroughness. I mean, it was a thorough vetting process as well. I think we just got a head start on it. So absolutely, rest assured that we checked all the boxes.
Yep, absolutely. Oh yeah, there is a bit of a stringent criteria you've got to meet. And you guys passed with flying colors. So it's been easy so far.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I look at it, it's just the beginning in terms of the dev sprints that we're capable of. We can be very flexible and agile. And from the start, Continuity Replay Cloud has been completely customer requirement driven. So we imagine we're going to get into some fun scenarios with Five9 where there are special requests that we'll be able to bring to market in short order.
Yep, absolutely.
Definitely. All right, I'll move us on to our next topic then, talking about this solution, Continuity Replay Cloud. You might have heard of it before, and essentially how an integration with Five9 can benefit customers. So Jim or Jess, I'll let you guys take over the answer for this one.
I can certainly give my perspective, Jim, if you want me to start, and you can keep me honest.
Go for it.
All right.
Just first.
So keep me honest here. This is my homework on our relationship, and especially in sitting through the discovery all the way to accreditation, I learned a lot. So Jim mentioned that oftentimes cloud migration itself can leave organizations, especially in the case of our joint customer, leaves organizations with legacy files that kind of at times become an afterthought, right? There's so much that goes into that migration to the cloud. And thankfully you have companies like Five9 and Wilmac to do that with, makes it more seamless. But sometimes the legacy voice files or other data files can become an afterthought until you actually need to address them. And so what the integration between Continuity Replay Cloud and Five9 does is it gives organizations an option to pull those files out. And I'm speaking specifically to legacy voice files. I know that there's all sorts of data sets that we can pull out, but as it pertains to voice files, it allows you to pull them out, convert them to OpenWave, and then we give them back to the customer, who then stores them in any place they wish. So I know Wilmac itself offers storage solutions as well. Some customers go the Azure route. And then not to get too technical, but from the Five9 developer standpoint, Wilmac was able to leverage Five9 advanced recording upload, which is essentially a primary reporting function that allows contact centers to begin the advanced function of offloading of all the raw data and recordings with the stitching of recordings. So my technical expertise is only enough to be dangerous, but it was really, really interesting to see how Wilmac and Five9 came together. The developers came together and pulled from the data set, or I'm sorry, the API set that Five9 offers to make that happen. Now, Jim, How did I do?
You did great. That's a tough one to follow up. I couldn't have said it any better. But and that last key point that you made was, the level of detail that we put into it was working with your engineering team to determine how can we build the best product available for your customers, right, especially with the metadata, and make sure we give customers the flexibility to preserve all the metadata in the form that they wanted in, and that was really key. But very well said.
Thank you. Yeah, I practiced that one. But you know what? I like what you said. I like that, each customer has a different need, right? And because of how sophisticated our solutions are, And now that there's an accredited integration between the two, we're really adaptable to each and every customer's needs. So we're starting to see more and more customers recognize that and come to us with their challenges, knowing that they can trust Wilmac and Five9 to solve for them.
Again, well said. And you bring up a great point. That's cliche, no two are alike, but in our experience over the last several years with our solution, it's so true. And different requirements of different customers, let alone the technology. But the cool thing about the relationship as well is from a legacy standpoint, we're completely vendor agnostic. We're batting 1,000 on every legacy system that we've been asked to retire to allow people to go to the cloud. So we want to keep that record going as well. But there's not a scenario that we've gotten into, and there's been over 30 different recording systems that we've retired from a legacy standpoint that we can't address. And then we have complete flexibility with Five9 moving forward on how people want to handle their near production recording data. And that's just voice. That just makes it easier to explain. I think people get the voice end of the data, and it's really like the last frontier of these data sets that we deal with. But we can deal with all modalities.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that our strategic sales reps and enterprise sales reps can resonate with that, right? At some point in the conversation, customers are asking Five9, hey, we did kind of leave these data sets as an afterthought. Who do you partner with to help us, right?
Yeah.
So I know that resonates with our team as well.
That's great. And I smile when you're saying that, because I'd like to think we're front of mind for a lot of people. But unfortunately, this niche problem usually comes up sometimes very 11th hour. And we've been able to work with Five9 and their teams to quickly mobilize to address it, put the customer's mind at ease, and know that there's an accredited, solid solution that's waiting to be applied.
Yep, absolutely.
And I think both of you kind of touched on this a little bit, but quick summary is essentially like with this Wilmac and Five9 partnership, we're just bringing greater awareness to this problem that tends to be an afterthought. So if we can bring it more front of mind and make people aware that there is a solution like this that exists, it'll ultimately make their lives easier and us happier because we get to work with them. So yeah, great explanation. I think I'm gonna clock that in the marketing file cabinet in my brain. That was pretty impressive. All right, so really looking forward to continuing to build this partnership between Wilmac and Five9. I'll wrap up this episode of the Wilmac Wire with Jess. Is there anything exciting you want to share that's going on at Five9?
Yeah, actually, Emily, there is. Our flagship customer event is actually coming up. It's on November 12th. CX Summit is in Barcelona this year. So I know that we are very excited for that. It's our flagship event where our customers and prospective customers and partners are able to kind of hear from industry leaders and really learn more about contact center in the CX space. We, in March, launched Five9 Gen AI Studio, which is kind of an enterprise-ready solution that offers click-to-customize generative AI in the contact center. So I know we're seeing a lot in the AI space currently. And really what that product does is it allows organizations to take kind of general purpose, off-the-shelf Gen AI models like OpenAI and customize them for the contact center. So at CX Summit, you will hear a lot about that. And then if you are interested in attending, you can head over to Five9cxsummit.com to learn more. Thanks for the opportunity, Em.
Yeah, of course. That is a really exciting event. I would love to go to Barcelona.
I sure would too.
It's a sleepy little town.
I'm on the hopefuls, it's like maybe I will.
Right. Awesome.
Might be a pipe dream.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing those updates, Jess. I'll reiterate too, if you want to learn anything else about Five9, head over to their website, five9.com, 5 spelled out Five and the number 9. You can also find stuff from Wilmac on our website, wilmactech.com. Last question for you both. Where can people find you if they want to reach out to you or learn more about you? And Jim, we'll start with you.
You can find me on LinkedIn.
All right, Jess, how about you?
Yeah, same here, Emily. I'm pretty active on LinkedIn, so feel free to add me. And then if you have any questions about joining the ISV program, you can reach out to me there. And then one last shout out, if I can, Emily, if folks are looking to learn more about Wilmac and Five9 specifically together, Five9's CX Marketplace is a great place to find kind of the most up-to-date information on the partnership, the integration, what the joint solution provides. So Five9 CX Marketplace, type in Wilmac, and anything and everything pertaining to the two of us is going to be found there.
Awesome plug. Thanks, Jess. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that rounds out this episode of the Wilmac Wire. Thank you to Jim and Jess for joining us today to talk about the Five9 Wilmac partnership. Hopefully we'll have you guys on again soon, and have a good one. Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Wilmac Wire. Don't want to miss the next one? Be sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And while you're at it, head over to LinkedIn and follow the Wilmac Technologies page to stay up to date on everything happening here at Wilmac Technologies. And again, thank you for tuning in.